Hey guys, what's up? It's Jen. It's just after 10 a.m. on Monday, January 27th, 2020. Got some blue skies again today and some sunshine, which is a beautiful thing. However, funky clouds today. Now, this is to the west, and the clouds are traveling east. They're just gliding along. I'm going to just hang out here for a second. Sorry about the shaking hands. Y'all know me by now and my morning caffeine. So they're just coming in straight across. West to east. Okay, there's the east view. However, there's the south, okay? Hello, sunshine. And then when we go to the north, however, though, take a look at this. Tell me this isn't a little odd. These clouds are going southeast. I'm just going to hang out here. I'm facing north. This is north. And the clouds are traveling southeast. However, when we go this way, west to east. I guess those angels at the four corners holding back the winds, maybe let them go. I don't know. I'm just saying. I just want to also mention that with the bullshit that's going on in the Middle East, I mean, come on. Those people, they've had enough. Just enough. And, it's just getting redonkulous at this point. And, if you don't care anything about people, humans, then at least maybe say a prayer for peace, just for Earth, the poor thing, and her beings. I mean, God, how much have they suffered, this planet? Look at this. Wires. Disgusting, 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 disgusting. Buildings, 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 wires, 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 pollution, chemtrails. And it's like, if anyone just sits and watches nature, watches the animals, how they interact, and it's beautiful and harmonious. So, I'm just holding, I'm probably in prayer meditations at least 10 or 15 times a day the last few days, because I can feel these energies everywhere, and being an empath, it affects me personally. Yes, you could say definition of empathy is pretty much the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes and see from their perspective, their point of view, without any personal opinion or judgment or feeling or argument or agreement or anything. Just theirs. However, being an empath, you are naturally like a magnet, and it's hard to even be around people physically, much less crowds or anything like that, because you pretty much absorb it. It's like a magnet. No matter if somebody's having a great day and they're on cloud 9, you're going to feel that. Like they could walk past you and you're like, ooh, okay, somebody's happy. And then there's people that are maybe having a shitty day, or they're real negative, and that's the ones that get to me, because my empathy doesn't discriminate. So it's like, angel or demon, it's going to pick your energy up, But the thing that I don't think a lot of people understand, and if there's any other empaths, intuitive empaths out there, holla at your girl, because I could surely use somebody to talk to about stuff like this, which I'm not very good at, as you can tell. But we more or less can not only feel what they're feeling, but hear what they're hearing, see what they're seeing, smell what they're smelling. Even if it's across the entire planet, on the other side, on the East Coast. That's how a lot of us are able to channel information or be able to, I hate this word, I really do, but prophesy, like tell upcoming events that haven't happened yet, like Nostradamus or any of the prophets from any kind of ancient scripture. So, lots going on in the world, won't you say? So yeah, the U.S. Embassy in Iraq hit again. 3, 4, 5 rockets. No news station can get it right. In my personal opinion, and this is just my personal opinion, these attacks are meant to rile up American citizens. Because if you can rile up American citizens and get them angry enough, you could start a war. Don't fall for it. More aircraft. It's been nonstop all morning since probably 4 or 5 a.m. Nonstop. So anyways, I was guided to some scripture in Revelation last night. I'm trying to decipher, decode. Gotta love cryptology, right? I do though. It's so fun for me. But it's like the Da Vinci Code on crack. And because it's crunch time right now, 2020 is the kickoff. Like, sound the alarm. This is it. Peeps, we're in the game now. I mean, not that we haven't been in the game this whole time, but the final round of the game. And so I guess I've been procrastinating and I've been very hesitant to do this video today because I really, really don't like talking about these kind of subjects. However, another one, back to back to back. Oh, and they're flying east, FYI. I don't like talking about these heavy topics or these scary topics because they are negative or depressing or whatever. Scary, they are. But that doesn't mean that they don't need to be discussed just because it's hard to hear or hard to talk about. So I pretty much forced myself to just come out, start with a Skywatch update, and then kind of get into it. There will be more, but there's a lot of things happening in the cosmos right now with the sun and the sun's age, the earth and the earth's age, scriptural prophecy. And I'm not just talking the Bible for people that may want to just, as soon as they hear scripture, they think, oh, I'm not religious. Well, neither am I. I don't claim a religion. I don't claim a political party. Couldn't care less. They are institutions of separation. That's all. Slapping another label on it. Just like they do in the medical industry with all these disorders that since the year 2000, in 20 years, we have 8 billion disorders that never existed. But all of a sudden, no, it's so they can sell another drug. So the pharmaceutical company can put the same ingredients just in a different kind of compound. Anybody that knows anything about chemistry, it's pretty simple. Slap a new label on it. No, this treats this. This treats that. This treats... Shut your mouth, is what I say anymore. So, there's number 3. I can feel the terror right now all over the world. There's a bunch of earthquakes going on. The coronavirus, which again, in my personal opinion, how do I say this, man? This is the part I hate. All right. Okay. None of us here in 2020 are dumb, are we? No, we are not stupid. I know I'm not. I know you're not. There are beings on this planet that are not natural to this planet, such as clones. And I hate that label too, like AI, cyborg bots. Yes. What it is tissue, bone, cells like blood cells, hair follicles. Everything can be stored cryogenically, like dry ice, really freezing. And then after it comes out of cryo sleep, the tissue is regenerated. It's like back to life. Kind of like how bacteria works, where it'll grow between the temperatures 40 degrees and 140 degrees. That's like the prime environment for bacteria to grow. But if it's below 40, it stunts the growth. Same thing with cryogenics. Walt Disney, for example, had his body, his physical body, tissue, stored cryogenically. And they have programs like similar to the implants they are making today that attach to your neural cortex. So it's basically a regenerated bag of tissue with a computer program for a brain. Robot. Soulless is how I refer to it. Soulless. Now this virus, quote unquote, is not what they're making it appear to be. These are similar. They're implant little like microchips. How if you have a dog or a cat from a rescue and they microchip them, the back of their neck. It's the same thing, only these aren't microchips. They're even smaller. They're called nanochips. And nanochips are so tiny that the little carrier device, which flies through the air, it's airborne, is basically about the size of a piece of rice. And that little piece of rice, uncooked, is carrying that nanochip implant. Just like they do in vaccines. And it can come in through your nose, your mouth, your ears. And then it implants inside. And when it is set to go off, 3, 2, 1, it goes off. And these people are just dropping like flies, like seizing, like having a seizure, literally on the ground. Like, now, in my personal opinion, some of these beings are being shut off purposely because they don't need to be here. And others, it's a copy, and it's being used malevolently on innocent people. Now, I myself, and I've told my sons, I went through the whole shebang with them, hygiene practices to keep from spreading the germs, wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, try not to touch your face. If you go in public and touch a doorknob or a bathroom or anything, you don't know what the person before you... So, I gave them the whole lecture. They love the mom lectures, let me tell you. No, they don't. Anyways, so, in late 2018, when I started this channel, I was guided to do this because that was pretty much my only remaining fear, was stage fright and getting in front of people and speaking publicly. Hold on. I can't today. I'm just not a freaking good day for me. Anywho, so yeah, I had a lot of childhood trauma with that, like performing in front of people and pressure and being expected to excel at whatever. And it did a lot of damage as far as emotionally and psychologically, making me feel like I was never good enough, or okay, yeah, I've gotten all A's my whole life, but I was sick with scarlet fever for 1 week out of school, which my parents knew because they were there when I was young, while I was homesick all week from school, and I got a C or a D or something because the assignments weren't turned in because I wasn't back at school yet. The teacher even called my parents, and she was like all upset. I don't know what to do. I can't change the grade. Da, 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 da. So 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th, 8th, straight A's, honor. And I get 1 lower than an A because of an illness that I can't control. And you would have thought the world was ending. I was like, all right, fuck it then. So, high school, I dropped out. Pretty much because none of the teachers that were there in public school, and I went to both private and public, they didn't want to be there. And it didn't matter whatever they were standing, like Bueller. I'm like, am I really sitting in here wasting my time? All this... No, I don't think so. So I dropped out. I always taught myself anyways. I lived in the library, like literally lived in the library. Not literally. Pretty close though. And I taught myself my whole life. Truly, I did. I mean, not the basics in elementary, your ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. You got to start with your building blocks, but anything after that, I learned on my own. I taught myself because nobody ever could teach in a way that I could learn correctly, the way that I learn. I guess it takes a genius to know a genius. God, I hate that fucking word. I really do. But, that's what I was getting to. It's hard for me to be in front of this camera and to be speaking to people. But every time that I do it, I gain more courage and confidence, and it helps. But at this point in time, ending of January 2020 already, I got 3 young boys that are impressionable, 21, 18, and in 2 weeks, 15. And I'm going to fight till my dying breath for my boys, if nothing else. So I don't really give a crap about, I never have. If somebody doesn't like me or has an opinion or, judges me or whatever, criticizes or whatever, I'm like, okay, glad you got that out, but I'm really not going to lose any sleep over it. So sorry about your luck. It doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. Never has. But here now, there's so much going on, and there's such a short time to solve the riddle. See, if I fail this time, it never mattered in the past, because if I failed, I just failed myself, and I stopped. I spent a long time of my life, few decades, hating myself, loathing myself, despising myself, to the point where I used every substance known to man to stay numb or to fill the void. Tried to kill myself how many times? Because I just wanted out of here. It's been a lonely 43 years, that's for sure. However, that's not going to happen for my kids. And regardless and despite anyone's opinion or judgment of me or argument or agreement, I don't care. I really don't. I stay current with what's going on. I check backdoor sites. I get into things that, normally people don't. Because in the 80s, we were the kids where we had a nice new little dinosaur computer plopped down in front of us and said, go ahead and have fun. You can't mess anything up, so just play around. And we did. Typing and taking them apart. So, I check into everything. I'm all about accuracy. That's number one. No room for error with this one. And attention to detail and being thorough. Because all I care about is the bottom line truth. The whole absolute truth. Now that's probably about 9, 10, 11 aircraft all going east. I can hear them right over. So anyways, supernovas. Let's see, what else? The sun, I mentioned that. Oh, the earth. Because, see, earth is like our surrogate mom. We're born here in this world, on this planet, but not from here. We are eternal, infinite beings. And this life here on Prison Planet, oops, I mean the Matrix, oops, I mean Earth. Hold on. Sorry. Is finite. It's temporary. What's the best of today? Maybe 60 years somebody's got lifespan. Anyways, it's temporary. So I don't put stock into this life and gaining things here. Never have. I've always been seeking the hereafter. Like when I was little, I was contemplating space and God and things like that, and asking why this, why. I was that why kid. What? Why? Because I want to know as much as I can know. My brain's like a sponge, man. Info, data, gimme. That's my lust. That's my passion. Learning. I love it. So that's what I do, and I'm good at it. And I'm able to take coded messages. I listen to a lot of music that has people in the bands or groups or whatever that are similar to me. And I listen because they have a lot more connections than I do, and resources and networking, and I don't. So I listen for their coded messages, and it even comes in music, in tones, like notes of music. And I just take stuff from scripture, I take current events, I put timelines together, I channel information intuitively with my inner vision. And that is when I connect with God and I receive information. Sometimes that's puzzle pieces too, or breadcrumbs, as I like to say. Might be just a number and this, and then one thing will lead to another and another and another, and then I'm like, oh, I get it. Thank you, love you, you know. So I can feel the earth. And being a mom, I get that feeling. She's been so ripped apart, polluted, destroyed. Ugh. Like I almost want to cry right now. And her beings, like the animals and the environment. Yep, my ear's ringing because I'm doing this video, my right ear. And there's aircraft right above me. That's EMP. Doesn't intimidate me. So if you want to start putting some pieces together, what I could suggest is for those who like music, Slipknot, Nero Forte. We are not your kind. Oh, by the way, FYI, Emperor Nero, Roman Emperor, 50, 60 AD, somewhere around there. Hang on. It's an alley. Like, it's literally an alley. Sorry. When his name is broken down into Hebrew, it's the number 666, as well as my personal Bible that I use for translation and interpretation has a notation reference at the bottom of the page in that chapter of Revelation, and it says, or in some manuscripts, 616. I had never heard that until sometime recently, not too long ago. Never in my life, and I was raised Roman Catholic and went to a private Christian school for 8 years. Never heard 616. Always heard 666, the mark of the beast, you know, all that good stuff. Not good. So it's just a little odd to me that, seeing as how he liked the boys a little too much. Ooh, I'm getting angry when I just said that. Yeah, he liked little boys. Let's maybe do some research. Anyways, the Antichrist is here. The Antichrist is just that. Anti means against. Christ means the Christ-minded consciousness. You know, what Jesus taught. Don't lie. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Be peaceful. Tell the truth. Like, simple shit, man. So simple. To me, anyways. It's not rocket science. And Nero was a... Well, do some research. Make your own opinions. I'm not here to force mine on anyone or, judge anyone. I'm just sharing the research that I have come to learn. and some of the facts that I've already known. Tech 9 and Serge Tonkian from System of a Down, straight out the gate. They'll tell you. Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace, Linkin Park, Nirvana, Metallica, Rage Against the Machine. Man, some of us have been trying to wake people up for 25 years. Quarter of a century, man. That's a long ass time. And you know what? You can tell the people that sold out and the ones that didn't, because they're still preaching the same message that they preached 25 years ago. Sticking to it, standing strong. That's how you tell authenticity, who's being real. And the sellouts, you can tell because they're just all about me, 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 me. I. Look at me. I'm so famous. I'm so rich. Look at me. I'm so relevant. Ugh. I almost vomited in my mouth. Sorry. And the ones who were authentic stayed that way. And that is the proof. It is living proof. So what I need to just get across is take all of the complication out of everything and just look at it from that point of view. If you can go back 25 years ago and see who's still around in the music industry today and the same message, you'll have your proof like in front of your face. And how much better proof can you get than that, right? Than like in your face. So I'm going to stop rambling for now. Now it's just nonstop. So I'm going to go meditate, and I am going to send some love and some healing energy to our mother, sister, surrogate Earth, Gaia, whatever you want to call her, because this planet has everything needed to sustain our lives perfectly. Had everything. Will again, soon, very soon. Clock's ticking. It's time to wake up. Love you guys.